What's going on? Welcome to another video, and this is a brew day, not just your normal run-of-the-mill brew day. This time I'm brewing Supercharger. Now some of you might remember Supercharger from the late Paul Wicksteed. He must have been over 10 years ago now. He shared this recipe from Panhead Supercharger with the homebrewing community, and ever since then it just took it by storm. Myself, I've not brewed it in 9 years, and it would be 10 years in a few months' time. So I want to brew this Supercharger. My father has asked for a beer for Christmas. It's not your traditional Christmas beer. He asked for some IPA, quite hoppy, so you can't beat a Supercharger. So I've already mashed in. I'll leave the method and recipe in the description box below as per usual, and now we're just gonna have a look at the hops that we're gonna use. It's a bit of a hop bomb, this one, so yeah, let's get the hops out. Before we do get into that though, I might find some brand new tubs in the Tupperware labyrinth. Before we do get into that, just need to get this Sparge on the go. It's looking that very nice amber. Check that out. Absolutely stunning looking. I give up. I can't find the handle to lift the Sparge tank out. Sparge tank? Sparge. To lift the grain basket out. We just have to go for it. Here goes nothing as per. Oh man. I bet it's going to be in the bottom of here. I'm scared it's going to just chop my finger off. A couple of blunt-ended instruments. Don't try this at home. I bet it's going to be in here. Absolutely guarantee it. Anyway, we adapt and we overcome. What I like to do whilst I'm doing a Sparge is just to increase this temperature to nearly boiling point, so at least then it's ready to go. Sparge Water's at about 75 degrees. This has been mashing at 65. Banging on at 99. Got 99 problems, and the handle thing is one. So back to the task at hand. We'll weigh out the hops. B for boil. So we're starting off with our bittering hops. I normally use Pacific Jade. I don't have any, but I do have Apollo. 16.9 alpha acid, so it's perfect for bittering. Don't need much, only 8 grams of this bad boy. Oh. Ignore the state of the scales as well. Kids made American pancakes this morning. There was more flour on the counter and on the scales than in the bowl. So that's a boil edition sorted. So next one is 10 minutes before the end of the boil. We're going to be chucking in Amarillo, Simcoe and Centennial. And a Protafloc tablet as well. Let's get the tablet first. So we are going in with Amarillo, nice fresh pack. And go and grab some skizzles. So going in with Amarillo, 28 grams. Oh, one of my favourite beers that I made was an Amarillo Smash, single malt, single hop beer. 28 grams. So keep that over here. There's going to be more of them going in. Yeah, boy. What is there? Yes. So Amarillo's in. Then we're going in with Simcoe next. I already have an open pack. 28 grams of that, you guessed it. There we go, 28 grams. And then 28 grams of Centennial. Another classic hop. I'm really excited for this beer. Really excited. $28, geez. No, 20 grams. 20 grams of Centennial. Not the most accurate of scales. Here we are, so 10-minute addition in the queue. So now we need to weigh out our 20-minute aroma or steeping hops. That means we'll drop the temperature to about 75 degrees after the boil using the counterflow chiller, and then we'll chuck all the hops in and we'll keep them there for 20 minutes. It also helps everything settle down before you chill all the way as well. Steep. And it's the same threesome of hops. 20 grams of Centennial. Why did that jump up then? $28 grams of Simcoe. Well, that's 20 grams of Simcoe. Let's open a fresh pack. Need 8 more grams. Dunsky. And then Centennial. No, done Centennial. Fuck, get a grip. What? Amarillo. Haven't added that, have we? 28 grams. This is when vlogging it turns out quite useful. You can always look back and see your mistakes. 28 grams. So that is our steep. And then we have some dry hopping to do. I'll just measure them in this for now, but I'll put them in this box, in this resealable bag. We'll call it DH boy. Right, so we are going in with Citra and Simcoe. Where'd I put that fresh bag of Simcoe? What's that? Losing the plot, man. So 20 grams of this bad boy. And then a bumper load, 57 grams of Citra. Oh, it's not as punchy as I was expecting. 57 G's. So like I said, this is the dry hop. There we have it. Dry hop. We'll chuck these bad boys in here. Put them back in the freezer for a few days. Oh. There we go. So there we have the hops. 60-minute boil addition, 10 minutes before flame out, and then the steeping hops. 240 odd grams of hops. So we're just nearing a little bit of a slow boil. It's just getting up to there. I'm going to drop in our 8 grams of Apollo. Yeah, slowly rolling. Not too fussed about it. Let's chuck them in. We'll start the timer and then we'll be back in 50 minutes for this bad boy. Whoosh! Oh, wow. Okay. And in we go with the monster drop. Smells good. And a protoflock. One hop drop left now, and that would be at the steep. So once we'd done flame out and chilled down a bit, we'll chuck these in. Okay, so we're about at the end of the boil now. We'll knock the heat off and circulate the pump just for 5 minutes, and then we can chill it down. Pop this back into here. Okay. Doesn't like when you use the pump when the water's just finished boiling. You can actually see the particles separating from the beeriness. Okay, temperature has dropped already down to 95. We need it between 75 and 80, just so we don't get any extra bitterness from the hops when we do put them into steep. So we'll turn the chiller on now. Some lovely boiling hot water coming through here. Ooh. Should save that really. Let's do some washing. Roasting. Okay, we are at 75 degrees and we can go in with our steeping hops. And in they go. I'm not going to give this a stir, just going to let it do its thing and all settle down to the bottom. Then we can get the pump going again. So yeah, don't recirculate this, just let it chill. There we have it, time is finished. Oyster Stout, Iechyd. Oh, so glad I kept some bottles back of that bad boy. Right, let's get the chiller going. We'll drop this to about, he says, let's drop this to about 23, 24 degrees before we do the transfer, because it's quite chilly today. So we're going to lose a little heat when we do the transfer. So pump on. See, as you can probably see up here, we're at 23 degrees. We'll move the transfer hose into fermenter 1. We'll clip this up here somewhere. There we are. So that is transferring. I'll just keep an eye on this temperature up here. It's starting to drop, so I'll increase the speed a bit. And then we can crack on with adding the yeast. So the yeast we're using with this brew is a WLP001 California Ale yeast. This is one of them pure pitch pouches, which is pretty cool. Probably not a fan of, no. Oh, bliss. Just had a face full of wort. Lovely stuff. Okay, so not a sanitizer freak, but it says on the instructions to thoroughly sanitize port on pouch. I think that's done. So over here is the fermenter in use. This one here. And then we go. Job done. Shot. And that's it. That's how I make Supercharger clone. It's a great beer. I have no doubt this is going to turn out cracking in a few weeks' time. Put the lid on it, man. I'm not fermenting under pressure, but what I will be doing is just sealing it up. So there's no unnatural head pressure, should we say, going on the beer. Just as this with a pressure relief valve if things were to go Pete Tong. And by the power of YouTube, we are at the kegging stage. So I didn't film the dry hop, which I'd done 3 days ago. It was early in the morning before work, so I just chucked them in. If you're interested, this is an action replay. So you didn't miss much. So I thought it'd be worthwhile showing you how I package the beer from the fermenter. Today, because of the size of the dry hop we've used, I'm going to be using the bobber filter. That's just water in there, by the way. Haven't star sand this yet. Star sand is in the keg. And yeah, we'll purge the star sand out of the keg via this. And then what will be left in the keg is just CO2 and a little bit of foam. Don't fear the foam. And I'll try and get the best shot I can of connecting it to the bottom of the GF30 fermenter, and not forgetting a sneaky taste as well. So let's get it done. Let's get more gas on it. Let's go. Here we go. So this is how I like packaging the beer, with the keg on its side, the gas in post on there, and then just let it do its magic under the little bit of residual pressure that's locked in from fermentation. So I've resorted to putting gas onto the top of the fermenter. I mean, it's not much, it's just a trickle of gas going into it, just to keep the pressure to get the beer through the filter. I think the filter's clogged a little bit. Told you there's a lot of hops in this boy. So whilst we're waiting for this to do its thing, I'm going to be looking behind me just to keep an eye on things, because I don't want it to go Pete Tong. This is what the beer looks like. I'm not going to swirl it up or anything, because as you can see, there's quite a lot of carnage going on in the bottom there. So I'm not going to review the beer obviously, but as a sneaky peek, it is full of that citrusy, fresh, a little bit earthy aroma. I'm salivating with the thought of getting into it. Iechyd. Oh, that is so alike to what I made last time. Going on 10 years. I'm kicking myself I haven't made this so much. Maybe because it's so expensive with all the hops, especially with the prices of hops these days. Shout out Malt Miller. Wow. I genuinely don't think that's going to take long at all to condition and be ready to drink. It's a beer you want to drink as fresh as possible, but like once it's mellowed, you just need to hit it hard. But it's not got any harsh bitterness whatsoever. Nice bit of balancing sweetness to it as well. It's a well balanced beer, if I may say so myself. English is my second language. That's my defense. Wow. So I said I was making this beer for Christmas and taking it up to North Wales with me to my dad's house. Oh, it's going to be very difficult keeping my hands off it until then. Very difficult. So I'll wait for this to finish transferring. I'll get the cleanup done and I'll be back in 2 or 3 seconds when this is, it's not that strong. When this is fully conditioned, I can give it a proper review. See you there. And there we have it. It's a bit too much of a head on it because I've only just stolen a bit out of the keg through this very short party tap. So carbonation's looking spot on. It's been a few days. You can see nice bit of clarity through it. It's not going to be a clear beer because of the amount of hoppage situation, but smells as you'd expect. Very, very hoppy, like fruity, a bit piney as well. Oh, I can't wait any longer. Iechyd. Oh man, it's only been a few days and this beer is conditioned and ready to go fresh. Absolutely stunning beer. Very citrusy taste. Oh, those hops. Is that a bit of, I think it's a bit of a green tinge to the to the head as well. You can see how good that head retention is though. Very lacy, creamy head. Absolutely banging beer, highly recommended, and yeah, hope that you've enjoyed that grain to glass video. Hope it's been useful to you. If you do give this beer a try, let me know what you think of it, and if you've got any questions, as usual, stick them in the comments box and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, chuffed to bits with this. It's going to be difficult keeping my hands off it and keeping it for the festive period, but might bottle some just in case. Iechyd.